Allison, and welcome to My Weekly Meltdown's coverage of Big Brother 21. This is eviction number 5. We said goodbye to Send It, Sam.
I don't think that was loud enough. You have to go like, Send it!
We probably should have said, Kiss it, on the way out. And I just want to say, Julie Chen Moonves looked stunning tonight, dressed like Spider-Man. It was amazing.
Exactly.
I didn't even think about that, but you're so right.
I'm just like, why does she look like Spider-Man? It's weird. She's far from home. Anyway, so welcome everyone. We have a bunch of people in the chat right now already. We've got AB, Weston Evans, Lizard Gaming. Did I say Weston Evans already? Rebecca Hurley. A bunch of people in the chat already. I just wanted to say before we get into this episode tonight, first of all, if you're offended easily and you can't take a joke, this is not the podcast for you. I feel like now more than ever, I probably need to stress that. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. For starters, there's been a lot of sex going on in the Big Brother house, a lot of unprotected sex, as currently 3 females are late with their menstrual cycles. So I just feel as a mother, as a woman, as a confident woman, as I sit here as a confident, independent woman who has never been caught on tape having sex, Kat, you know, the things you did before the live feeds. I don't know. There was that confidence. Was it in you or was that Jackson? We don't know. So I have brought a little demonstration real quick. This is a prophylactic, better known as a condom. This is the nastiest freaking banana that Kroger had on clearance. Why this was still out, it's a mystery. And the look I got,
that, Jackson?
Listen, do you hear? Listen. It's the look I got from the cashier when I was buying this. She looked at me. I go, "It's better if you don't know." Especially with the box of condoms that I had to buy. So I'm buying a ratty, nasty banana and a little box of condoms. Wow, it's Thursday night in the Kelly household. So here's the thing. It's nasty like the dicks that are in the Big Brother house. So it's fitting. I'm going to say, this is how this works for all of you that are going to go in the Big Brother house and have sex. If you're unaware of how this works, you open the package as so, and you kind of, you know, it oozes out as such. And, you know, it's rolling up. So you want to stick your, you know, get a little, you know, in there and take your member and you roll it gently down, depending on erectile functioning. And you just let it go all the way down. And you don't want to grip any hairs because that might be a little painful. And, you know, pull the tip a little. Okay. Because, you know, you're going to be shooting stuff in there. And you want to give it room and you don't want it to backsplit. It's so nasty. This feels like shit. Wow. My mom's so proud right now. So this is how it works. You use it. It fills up. Then you put it in a trash receptacle. Okay. You don't put it in the drawer next to you. Do you hear me, Big Brother 19 and 20? Okay. And that's how this works. Okay. Now that I'm covered in Trojan. What is this I bought on clearance? This was Trojan, whatever. So that's how this works. Everyone? Yes, this is 5th grade health class.
So Allison, who needs to take Allison's 5th grade health class here?
Jackson.
Who are we referring to in particular here?
Jackson needs to take health class, and the ladies need to take health class too and demand that this is used.
Yes, because the last thing we need is little Mickey Juniors running around.
A Mickey Mouse running around.
He is awful. He is. Sorry, Deb. I cannot get over, like, I feel like week after week, like as the show goes on, he is just progressively getting more out of control. And I sent you guys this thing that is going like all over Reddit, but apparently he was kicked out of college for hazing a student and selling cocaine. Of course, like we don't know like how true that is. Anybody can make up things, but you know, given his personality and how just like controlling and just pretty much awful this man is, like nothing surprises me about him anymore. Like I don't know like where they are finding these people and like what kind of background checks they are clearly not doing on these house guests, but it's especially with Jackson and Jack, like it is just out of control at this point.
Speaking of out of control, y'all need to start watching before the show. TV Co does a broadcast. They do a Big Brother bracket. Mm-hmm. And Joanna, who does the broadcast, she's been spilling some tea on some house guests.
Like what?
Apparently, Sam has some skeletons in the closet, too.
Such as?
Such as selling drugs and firearms to minors. And apparently it was confirmed. And there's a video, which I don't have it right now, but I will send you a screenshot because Joanna was playing the video. And I don't know.
Jesus.
See the whole thing because I kind of came in the middle of it and I just did a quick screenshot. But yeah, so something about selling drugs and firearms to minors.
Interesting.
So, and apparently he used to be a douchebag.
Huh.
Well, listen, we all have dirty pasts. Okay. Do you even want me to thank Jesus live about, you know, how social media and shit didn't exist when I was young? God, no one is a saint.
I can only
in this
imagine.
Room. Okay, I'm not condoning what he did. That's pretty shitty. But if it's true, yeah. But come on, look, we've all done crap. What's his nuts? Jackson, apparently head of a fraternity, was the worst hazer. Mm-hmm. And, you know, this guy tonight
I believe that
is spiraling. Yeah. Did you see him in the voting, in the diary room voting? Mm-hmm. Apparently there was some major, I just wiped condom jizzes on my chin. Oh,
that's nice.
Okay. So anyway, apparently some stuff went down, and I guess that's why he just looks like someone.
It's the drug withdrawal is also an issue.
Yeah. So so talking about the show tonight, we saw that Julie Chen is really like, I feel like that's the most engaged she's ever been.
Yes,
when
she was fangirling.
Right. Exactly. Like she was on like Arissa Cox level of like interested in this show for seemingly the first time, as far as like I can remember her being. But
I'm gonna go wash my hands. You guys go ahead. This is gross.
She's freaking out.
Freaking out.
Of course, like we saw her say like, you know, like the house exploded an hour ago. We have no idea what's going to happen. You know, I wish she gave us a little bit more detail in terms of what happened. Because usually for those that don't watch the live feeds, for the last hour or two before the eviction, they usually cut the feeds so that everybody can get prepared for the live eviction. They often do like a mock like rehearsal of like how the events will go, just to make sure everything runs smoothly for live television. Just all this like logistics reasons why they cut the live feeds. So of course, with that, we always tend to miss these like last minute flips and just like total like explosions of drama with the house and everything. So I'm very curious to see like what happened. It seems like the what's it called? The six shooters. I always forget their name.
So just say like sex shooters, because that'd be appropriate too.
So it sounds like these 6 shooters are even more at odds with each other than they already were. And I'm glad that they, the editors really last minute kind of gave us that little sneak preview of what was happening in that boat room with all 6 of them. So I'm sure we're going to get like a really nice recap on Sunday, but this makes this head of household even more important than it already is.
Yeah, Sam really blew things up between yesterday and today.
Yeah.
I had said his work is done. He did what he had to do. He blew up the 6.
Mm-hmm. Well, if there's if you know you're going and there's no way you're gonna stay, pretty much, you might as well. I mean,
well, you got to do something for the people that don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Blowing up the 6 and making them scatter all over the place, then pulling in the low-lying people, that will give them a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
So hopefully
I just want to know what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, Kat's eviction speech was
Yeah.
really emotionally charged. I wonder like if Jackson like did something else that like really crossed the line with her. That's what I'm assuming happened is Jackson made some kind of like really low blow at Katherine. Sam kind of took that as an opportunity to kind of like explode everything going on. Because like the little bit that we saw at the very end of the episode, it looked like it was Jackson and Christy that were fighting mostly. Christy saying like, I've done so much for this alliance, you have no idea. And Jackson's like, yeah, you've done nothing for the 6 shooters. And so I'm curious where Tommy is going to fall with all of this stuff. And I'm curious to see if he's going to try to kind of mend the fences between everybody, or if him and Christy just need to, wash their hands clean of Jackson, Jack, Annalise, and Holly. Let them be a foursome. Maybe Christy and Tommy can pick up Nick. They can pick up Nicole. They can pick up Cliff, and maybe form a resistance against these. Let's call them the Herpes 4, if you will.
Hey, H4.
So I don't know. I'm very excited to see what happens. Who will win this HOH? But I think that who benefits the most from all of this is Nick. Nick was originally going to go home this week, but he won the power of veto, as we saw. And, now he's just kind of sitting back and letting everybody else kind of fight and just take shots at each other kind of unnecessarily. Like if these 6 like stayed together for just a few more weeks, they could easily have a nice victory to the end, similar to how Big Brother Canada 7 went. I'm glad that it's not going that way because that was boring as hell. I just have to say, like, say what we will about the cast, but one really great person in this cast is Christy. If we lose Christy, we lose so much of this fluidity in this game because she is bringing the drama. She's bringing the paranoia. Her and Tommy together are really keeping this house fluid. If it wasn't for Christy, that the 6 shooters would be in total lockstep. There would be no kind of resistance or anything like that. So thank God we have her paranoia, at least, that's keeping like this game somewhat fresh. And if we lose her, I'm really worried that the season will not be the same. So I'm telling all of our people listening, don't vote for Christy for this stupid twist, because I don't want her to be a 3rd nomination and go out on a stupid twist because of that. That's
I just want Jackson gone. I really feel like this guy is spiraling out of control. He is a ticking time, but I'm just over this guy. He is a number 1 douchebag. He's a jerk. I can't take it.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally, the background people that do the background checks on the Big Brother contestants need to be fired immediately. Because it's not funny. It's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
This guy could, it's just, I'm over it. I went and got my hair done, and this girl that does hair next to my cousin, Tiffany, she and I talked about Big Brother for about 30 minutes, and she was like, I like Sam and all this. And she's like, but those Jacks are just, like she was going off, and she doesn't even watch the live feeds.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, is she watching?
I was just going to get something for that.
Schooled her, informed her, told her everything she needed to know. I mean, she's got 2 small children and a 3rd one on the way. She doesn't have time for live feeds. Yeah. So, it's just ridiculous. I don't even know. What do you guys think about it? I mean, one, the person who gets the most votes gets safety. The person with the 2nd amount of votes gets a punishment. And the 3rd person with the most votes becomes a 3rd nominee. How does that 3rd nominee work? Is it announced with the nominations and they get to play for veto, or is that just sprung at the last minute? How does this work?
Before we get to that, I just want to say, along the lines of what you just said, I talked to someone today who is a casual. She just watches the TV, and she's starting to hear about the racism and production's hand in some of the racism that is going on. Like, you know, how they asked Kemi to act, you know, ghetto and, you know, be angry and stuff like that.
That person was supposedly reprimanded according to an article that came out today.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently like people that, you know, don't watch the feeds and don't go on the internet and see all, you know, what's actually happening, it's starting to trickle down to those people, and, you know, they're kind of pissed off too. So, okay, now we'll get back to your question on how the third nominee works.
Yeah, so from what we know, it's going to be a competition. So the 3 people voted into this competition. The first place winner will get safety for the week, which tells me that it happens before the power of veto. The second person will get some kind of stupid punishment that probably doesn't impact the game, and then the last place, like the third place finisher, will be the third nominee. So I would assume it happens sometime between nominations happening and veto happening.
Yeah.
And if the 2 nominees are like one of those top 3 vote getters, they probably won't be eligible. Like they'll be thrown out of the running for the competition. That's what I would guess. What I'm really confused about is why they're doing this a week from now instead of like this week. You know what I mean? Like they're giving like so much time for votes for this. And I wonder if it's because maybe that's like the 3 nominees are going to kick off like a double eviction to follow like that next Thursday or something like that. I don't know.
What does this have to do with a field trip?
It's just their stupid way of like shoving the theme down our throats. I mean, Survivor production does this all the time too with Jeff Probst.
Talk about misleading. We thought that 3 people were going to go on a freaking field trip, and it has nothing to do with the field trip. It's a safety, it's a punishment, it's a stupid, dumb thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they are just blowing this. They're putting so much money on Love Island, which I just cannot stand. And Tyler, I know you love Love Island.
I do. I'm really hooked on it.
Yeah.
It's definitely my guilty pleasure this summer. Sorry, Big Brother. But no, I'm very curious to see who America is going to vote for this, like how they're going to vote. In my opinion, I think the voters will probably be voting for people they would want to see as that third nominee on the block. So I could see the 3 people winning this. I could see it being Jackson, Jack, and Christy probably. There, as much as we, us 3, like root for Christy, and I feel like the live feeders and like the super fans of Big Brother are really rooting for Christy here. I feel like there's a lot of casuals that probably really don't like her. So I could see her being the third nominee for this. Or, no, I don't see Jessica getting voted for this.
If any of you vote for Jessica,
useless.
get out of my chat. I don't even want to see you. Seriously, no. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And apparently she did the gun for like 6 shooters tonight. And Nelda said she saw her do that. And I didn't see it, hun, and she doesn't even know does she still think there's not alliances in the house? I mean, she's just voting however everybody's telling her to vote.
You know where I could see
So
Jessica
useless.
going out? I could see Jessica leaving as the second elimination for a double eviction. You know, somebody that is just like a quick, easy, like, you know, this is somebody we can all agree on to just, not cause any waves with taking somebody out. So if she survives a double eviction, I'm telling you guys, she is locked in for a GOAT till the end, like final 2. Like her GOAT status is just rising and rising and rising. And I'm telling you,
You're right.
It's like Victoria Big Brother 16 shades of GOAT status. Like I'm not
Shades
even
of
kidding.
goat.
It's 50 shades of GOAT. That's our hashtag for tonight.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
It's just terrible.
Oh, here's a good comment someone made in the chat. Jared Stagman said, "Who the hell is Jessica?"
Yeah, exactly. Is she more of a goat than Dina? Thomas the Talker says. Hey, I had a huge soft spot for Dina in Celebrity Big Brother 2. I personally think if she made it to the end, she would have had the votes. So I definitely,
she would not.
No, I really do. I really do, because these celebrities are not game players. They were out of sequester, so they had been seeing everything. I think that she would have gotten at least like a few votes because she was just such a sweetheart. So I definitely think that Jessica is more of a goat than Dina Lohan was. But that's really saying something.
Jessica has absolutely no game. Zero game. She doesn't even know she's playing a game.
I just need to go on my tangent
go ahead.
for a second about how I think they should have kept Sam. And this is just my personal opinion. I think we addressed this briefly Tuesday night. Kat is a wild card. You really don't know where her allegiance lies, except Holly does, but that doesn't really count. And if she wins this HOH, she could blow up 6-shooter. She could blow up everyone's game. You don't know what she's going to do. But then you have someone like Sam who is like, look, I will take that shot. I don't care. I'm over it. Who's, I'm not saying Kat's not playing the game. She is playing the game 100%. Just like Sam was playing the game. I just feel personally, I heard through the rumor mill later this afternoon that, they're going to keep Sam. They're flipping. And I got a little excited. I was like, oh my God, they're going to flip. And then I thought to myself, no, they're not. Whenever it's hyped up like this, somebody screws it up and it's not, it's not going to happen. Yeah. So, and of course it didn't happen. So I didn't get excited or anything. I'm just like, whatever. It's predictable. I want a vote that's not predictable. And I feel like it always comes to fruition. This could have been a vote that they're going to go back and go, you know what? We should have gotten rid of Kat instead of Sam that night because look what she's doing now.
Mars in the chat says, and I just want to point this out. Mars in the chat said, Tyler, Victoria had some great attributes. She was very loyal to Derek, a solid number for him. She kept her mouth zipped with the info Derek fed her, so she did have a function in the game. He gave her very, very limited information, and she never questioned anything. I mean, Caleb, even Cody, certainly Frankie, they all kind of had some inklings about what Derek was doing, but even at final 2 or final 3 or whatever, Victoria had no idea what was going on. So yeah, she was loyal, but not because of choice. It's more so just because of stupidity. So that's what I think about that. Kurt in the chat says, Kat is my favorite. She doesn't care about anything. The crazy thing is that Kat had a serious boyfriend going into the game and has not said one word about him. Haha. So
really?
Wait, can you show the comments on the screen?
Yeah, I can do that.
That's so cool.
We're high tech now.
That is so cool.
Sorry, it's covering up Deb, but I'm trying to pick small ones. So just hit your little hand up. There you go.
So I really want to talk about this too because I'm very conflicted about Kat. Like I don't support cheaters and people that paint themselves in this light when they're supposed to be in a loyal relationship. However, Katherine is just, I can't help but root for her in the Big Brother game. And I don't know if that's because everybody else is so awful this season or if because she is really likable and rootable and just funny, her segment about the conspiracy theories. I loved that so much. And I'm telling you guys, the Avril Lavigne thing is totally real. That is my presidential campaign for 2020. Avril Lavigne died in 2004 and she was replaced by a clone named Melissa. I totally believe that.
God.
But no, I find myself rooting for Katherine, and I keep asking myself,
can we all
why?
pray that she gets her period because?
Well, apparently they were. I can't go back and find that comment to post it, but somebody said they were talking about it in bed this morning that she might have gotten her period. But I just want to point out something really quick. Everything that you're saying about Kat, you and Kurt and all of you, I agree. That is why she's going to win this game.
Yeah.
If you keep her in it.
Yeah.
And my mind is going, I love her to death. She's funny. I bet she's good feeds. That's awesome. But I want that $500,000 more than I want to be entertained.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the more that Jackson is getting villainized by everybody, the more he's really digging himself a hole. The more that happens, the more he falls, the more Katherine rises, in my opinion, in terms of likability, in terms of rootability, and in terms of somebody that could be a serious threat in the end if she gets the final two and she gets the votes.
Who does she have to go to final two with, though, for her to win?
I'm looking at the board. I think she only loses to like Jack, Christy, Tommy. I really do. I think that, say she's against like Annalise, I think that she wins. Say she's up against Holly or Jackson, I think that they are very much so not liked in this house right now. And I think that given her position in the game, and she has been a fighter, she has been very close in competitions. She has won a veto too. I can't wait to read what this comment is, because I saw Allison giggle. But no, I don't sell Katherine short is what I'm saying. She's definitely someone to watch as we're going forward in this game.
Yeah. Mars in the chat said Kat had her period on the first 10 days and she stained the mattress. She was trying to get the stain out on the feeds. I freaking love her. I'm sorry. That's why I'm not saying I want her off the show. I'm just saying tonight it would have been the best move for them. But then again, they're not seeing what we're seeing. So I'm trying, I'm taking that into consideration, of course. But from being on the outside looking in, I feel personally they should have gotten rid of her.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So
Because they don't know what she's going to do, and
Yeah.
Sam is more predictable.
Yes, totally agree. And the only thing that I could see them being beneficial to take out Sam is, he has won 2 vetoes so far. That's pretty dangerous going down the line, especially as, in my opinion, the power of veto gets more important every single week that goes on and the numbers go down in Big Brother. I feel like think of the head of household and the power of veto on like a sliding scale. I see like the HOH go down and the veto go up in terms of importance as the game goes on and the numbers go down more. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Where do you guys think Nicole goes from here? Where do you guys see, like, what do you think about her spot in this game? She's pretty under the radar right now, surprisingly.
She's definitely getting in a better spot than where she was.
Mhm.
She's definitely more useful to everybody.
Yeah.
Whereas, they wanted to paint her as, being dangerous and, just try to vilify her just so they had an easy out. But now she seems more valuable to people. So, her stock just went up because, the 6 is blowing up, which means, all the little low-lying people, their stock is rising because now they need bodies, they need votes, they need support, and all of these low-lying people are more valuable.
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people in the chat are saying that she's a floater now. Here's the thing. Could this be someone actually playing the game and then turning into a floater? I mean,
there's nothing wrong with being a floater.
Thank you for saying that, Deb. But
it just seems like she was playing, got hazed by Jackson and then that fraternity of the heinous at 9.
Yeah.
And she kind of backed up and is almost scared and kind of morphed into a floater. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to be a floater.
No.
I was a freaking floater and I played Sequester a few years ago, but I was making moves on my own because nobody would listen to me. Nobody would follow
Allison,
my lead.
congratulations for winning the Sequester Mini this past weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yes,
that.
if someone can play a floater game and get to the end, that is so impressive.
Yeah, I mean, tell that to June and Andy of Big Brother 15, 2 of the best winners this game has ever had. Total floaters from start to finish.
Playing a floater game is harder than being embedded in a large alliance and being
Yes.
safe because you have all these people around you. Being able to float and being fluid and being able to go this way and go that way and have everyone trusting you.
Yeah.
That is an impressive game.
Yes.
Well, It's like Kurt said in the chat, is she really a flitter or is she ostracized? That's basically what I'm going with. I just feel like she's too scared to really do anything. But then again, some floaters, like I said, when I play, you don't know what that person is doing. You don't know who they're talking to, what they've got. And Nicole seems like the kind of person that would win something and not open her mouth about it and then just break it on people, because that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I would totally not tell anyone I have any kind of power and then break it out for my benefit. And if I'm tight with someone, I want to make sure it's to their benefit too, but more importantly, mine. But it just seems like this house is full of such big mouths, such know-it-all, self-righteous assholes that they feel like they're entitled because they've made it so far in their stupid little alliance and they can just boss everybody around, do whatever they want. And it scares people. And I feel like I can relate a lot to Nicole, because when you're humiliated like that, a wall goes up and it is hard to penetrate through that wall.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
You know what comp I wish we saw for the HOH tonight is the knockout competition.
Oh yeah, because that really, really shows,
your hand. And especially, Julie Chen watched the show for the first time in her life, and she's like excited about the drama that happened. I would have liked to have seen, say like Christy wins a round. Does she put up Jackson and Holly up there instead of like Jessica and Cliff? You know what I mean? Like I think she would, and I think that would help dig like the final nail in the coffin that is the 6 shooters.
What do you think?
Everybody's still pissed off.
What do you think about this, Tyler? Goodfella 1422 says Kat is screwing up the flips. She's so stressed of being considered an outsider of the 6 that she refuses to work with the other side of the house, and she controls Jess the number they need for flips.
Yeah, I do want to talk about this too. As much as we're rooting for Katherine, and they really don't show this too much on the TV show, but she really, really wants to be in this the 6 shooters alliance. And it's not working for her. Like, she's not like the 7th person on the totem pole, and she keeps just like trying to be one of these cool kids, and it's not working. So I agree with this comment, and I think that she should kind of take a step back and realize, like, why do I need to be in an alliance with this asshole Jack and Jackson when I have these really great people like Nicole and Cliff on the other side that want me and want to kind of align and unite. I mean, she told Holly about the Cliff's Angels alliance on the live feeds when Holly was considering putting her up, and Holly, like, she didn't even tell anybody because that information was just so like irrelevant to her. That's how like not afraid of them they are, and I think that that's a mistake of Holly's part. I think that it's a mistake to kind of ignore this as 4 people potentially coming together, but that just goes to show how much Katherine just like doesn't care and wants to be a part of that group. And you know who I blame? I blame production, because Katherine wants to be in that group because her and Holly know each other from the outside world.
And Jackson is screwing up Holly's game. Just being associated with him is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
It is making me insane. Let's see here. Anelda, my friend Anelda, got a kitty cat picture. She says, Kat is the reason why Cliff couldn't take out Jack. She refused to work with him if he put up Tommy, and Jess follows her. So he truly has no support.
Mars in the chat says, quick quiz. Other than G from season 4 and James Hewling 4 years ago, name all the other Asian male contestants in Big Brother US. I'll let you guys answer as well, but the only other one that comes to mind is Dominic from Big Brother 13. I believe he's Filipino.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
But go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
No, that's it. Unless I want to see if Mars has some other answers. But
Jessica, Steven, Jessica is the most useless player to
I love this question.
Fucking be in that house. She is.
Who's more useless, Jessica or Jen City from Big Brother 14?
Jessica. There has never, ever been anyone more useless than Jessica. She has no business being in that house playing that game. She doesn't even know she's playing a game.
I just want to know where they found her.
Where the fuck did they find her? Seriously.
What does she say
on
in
now.
in her interviews that was like, we have to cast her.
We have to cast
forget
her.
Allison, forget Tyler. Like Jessica is who we need on Big Brother.
We fucking need Jessica.
Bad do you think I feel knowing I can't?
We didn't even get a call back.
call back this year, but Jessica did.
What
Ay,
is going on in casting? This is what I want to know. What the fuck is going on in casting?
Yeah.
What are you people doing?
Well, there is a CBS
You're not
just hired
calling
a.
this girl. You're not calling this girl, but Jessica, you called her back.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
I mean, say what you will. CBS just hired a new casting director for all of CBS. They hired from ABC. So I'm curious if they're gonna, after this season, maybe kind of clean house with casting. I hope that's the case. Or maybe just give Big Brother to another casting crew. Because the people that casted BBOTT was not casting. It was a totally different group. And from what I heard, the casting for BBOTT was fantastic. Those
Yes,
people
it
were
was.
so hungry
Yeah.
for the money. They were interesting characters. And
Oh my God, yes.
I think that if
about it all the time.
so, I think that casting is doing a great job with Love Island, but I think that they're obviously doing terrible with Big Brother. So maybe Love Island was just announced for a second season renewal today. Maybe they give casting just total reins over Love Island and give Big Brother to another casting crew and see if cleaning house will fix the problems. Because
Just come to call me. Call me.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
cast you.
yeah,
I will have
please call
the
Deb
house
because then
full-
me and Allison will be there.
I will have a house full of savages.
Hey, Eddie has it all. Eddie has it all figured out. He said, "This is Jessica. Maybe she can suck a golf ball through a garden hose. Could be. That's interesting. Hey, so can I.
I can.
So
I
Uh,
I know you can. Not
so
from personal experience, but
oh boy. So getting back on track with the episode here, where does Nick go from here?
Jeez.
What do you guys think?
Up.
You think he's getting nominated again?
Up the
No,
six
I'm
shooter's ass
saying,
crack.
no, I'm saying up in the totem pole.
Because of like this fight in the I think that he would be one of the first people that both sides of that faction try to get back. 'Cause
Exactly.
You're right, Deb. Like they've worked with him before. They have like a somewhat working relationship. The question he has to ask himself is like, can I trust these people again, or do I take advantage of this? Maybe Nick is the one that brings the floaters, if you will, together to form like a new big alliance to get these fuckers out. I would love that so much.
Yes.
The only thing I worry about
Yeah.
is Jack has a real good chance of winning this HOH competition. And I know
He
that's
does.
not what we want to hear.
No, he does
but-
because he has a photographic memory.
Well, he has been very, very close to winning like all of these kind of like mental remembering competitions. I believe the HOH that he won was
I
something
think
similar to that.
Christy also has a good chance. She also has
Yes.
a photographic memory.
Yes.
So, because she goes over the Tommy too. Tommy is pretty sharp. But they go over the days and the events, and Tommy and Christy know everything.
Yeah, maybe this is Tommy's time to not throw and to get power to kind of steer the ship where they need it to.
But do they want to be HOH right now?
Tommy, no. Tommy, no.
He doesn't need it.
No.
I really don't feel like he needs it. I think he should just lay low with that. I would like to see a Nicole HOH. I would like to see a Cat HOH. I'm kind of living for a Cat HOH. And the deep, dark, deviant
Actually,
side
no.
of me is living for a Jess HOH just because. It'll be horrible.
God, that would
No.
be.
She's going to nominate Cliff and Nicole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's
That would
why.
just make me
Yeah.
want to hurt somebody.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's that fucking useless.
Mhm.
But then again, someone like Jessica needs to take out low-lying people so she can be the last goat standing.
Yeah, that's true. She's going to take them out. And it's not a bad strategy.
No,
It's
take out all
really
the other
not.
goats, so you're the only goat.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens this week. Also, in the chat, I forget who pointed out. Thomas the Talker pointed out that Christy still has her power. That's something to definitely consider as well. So even if maybe that's what keeps the 6 shooters together, is their fear of her using that power to fuck them over.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be really bullshit if yet another twist is interrupting like good gameplay potential. But
Here's a good one.
that's what we get.
Jess is going to pull a Fessy and put up her people. Yeah,
Who
that's
flipped?
right. And they are. Who flipped?
Who flipped?
Who flipped, bitch?
Yeah.
I could see her while she's nominating people, and she nominates, Sam, not Sam, Cliff and Nicole, and then after she's done her speech, she looks around and says, "Who flipped?"
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
She's like, I don't want to get any blood on my hands. I don't want to get any blood on my hands, and I feel like I'm just gonna do what the house wants me to do, because that would be good for my game. I think maybe I should put up Nicole and Cliff, and if one of them loses the veto thingy that they play, sometimes I get included in that. I don't know why, but I could put up Nick, or I could put up Kat, because that would be awesome.
Listen,
it's good for my resume.
If I was in the Big Brother house, I would want to look like fucking Carrie on prom night.
Oh God.
Covered in that blood. I'm not even playing. It is at the point now where you can't. I just kind of feel like personally we're in jury territory now.
Yeah.
And yes,
that's crazy if this is our jury.
I know you still need to do what's good for your game, but you do need to be covered in pig's blood like Carrie on prom night. And we're talking about the Sissy Spacek movie. We're not talking about that piece of shit remake or the hideous sequel.
Yes.
When we're talking about the Sissy Spacek, John Travolta dumping the shit on her, it is got to be nasty. You got to put up the jacks and just go, look, I'm putting you up, win the veto. I tell you what, you win the veto, I'll let you suggest to me who you want replaced.
One thing I do want to say about Cliff, congratulations to Cliff for making jury.
Yes.
And kind of surviving that the old person going home first or early kind of stereotype that plagues Big Brother seasons in the past. So good for him. I'm very excited to see where Cliff goes from here.
Uh-oh. What is this?
What?
Queen Kim, because I disagree with almost everything tonight.
Oh, that's to me. She said, are you watching a different show than me, Tyler?
Kim, do you want to come on for a minute? I'll shoot you the link.
Yeah.
Get in here, Kim.
Yeah, I wanna hear what Kim has to say.
Kim, you want to come on for 5 minutes? I'll shoot you the link.
Yeah, send her a message with it now and see if she joins in.
I'm just gonna sit back and watch this shit. She probably can't. I don't know.
I will say, my opinions have been off this season so far. I mean, I did say that Sam could be the next Derek Levasseur. I did say that preseason. So I will gladly admit for the first time ever, Allison, that I am wrong on this one. And Sam was not the next Derek Levasseur.
Listen, all of my winner picks are freaking gone. I got Bella gone. I got Sam
All mine
gone.
are still there.
I got Ovi gone. I'm done. I think I'm just good. She says she's coming on in 5. I'm
Perfect.
just good with Survivor picks. I think I'm better with picking the winner for Survivor. Wendell, you know what I'm saying?
I love that.
But yeah, until she gets here, let's see what's going on.
I'm looking at our winner picks.
Who are mine?
You didn't have any for our show. What were yours?
Okay. Oh, well, I can tell you who I picked for McCrae's draft.
Yeah.
Okay, I picked Jack.
Uh-huh.
Jackson. What the hell's his name? I always forget his name. Bella's boyfriend. What the hell's his name?
Nick.
Nick. I picked Nick and Tommy.
Okay. Good picks.
I almost picked Christy. I almost picked Christy instead of Tommy.
Yeah.
I was kind of on the fence with those two.
I feel like everybody preseason thought that Christy was going to be a first boot. We thought that she was going to be the next Caitlin Herman.
No, I actually thought Christy was the chick with low self-esteem that would latch on to men. That's why
fair.
I was going to pick her. That's why I was going to pick her.
So Allison's 5 picks were Isabella, Ov, Tommy, Nick, and Jackson.
Oh, wait a minute. So I still have steam in the game. I still have Nick, Jackson, and Tommy. Wow, I picked Tommy?
I don't think Jackson has any win equity at this point. I really don't. I think that Katherine has more win equity than Jackson.
I just think he has more points, getting points for the draft.
He's going to be the most hated winner. If that people are not going to be cheering for him. I don't give a shit how much you tell that crowd not to boo. They gonna do it.
Yeah. And to refresh, my top 5 were Sam, Annalise, Ovi, Tommy, and Jessica. So
what the
okay,
fuck
wait a minute. Who?
Thinking?
Say that again. I need to hear that again.
Sam, Annalise, Ovi, Tommy, and Jessica.
Can we go
So
over?
Tommy was good.
Yeah, let's go over. Give us a brief refresh on the Annalise.
Okay, so for Annalise, what turned me on to her was the fact that she really said that she's feisty. She's a Division I athlete. She's not afraid to get scrappy. So, and she mentioned her favorites were Danielle Donato and Jordan from Big Brother 11 and 13. And anybody that references Danny Donato is a winner in my book. But of course, we saw Sam last year for Big Brother 20. She listed her as her favorite as well. So
but
maybe
she
I need
listed Jordan.
Right. So, but regardless, that told me that she has watched past seasons, not just recent ones. So that told me she was an actual fan of this game. So that's always a plus for me as well. So I was totally wrong about Annalise. She is just awful. But the one I was really wrong about, obviously, was Jessica. I thought that Jessica was going to be play exactly like Sabrina from Big Brother Canada 2. I thought that she was going to be.
Boy, you were wrong.
I was. I thought she was going to be super social. I thought she was going to be kind of like the really needy glue that holds together everybody. But she's just a total flop.
Corinne wants to know, Tyler, do you have any BB21? Well, we have a bunch. We've got the Christy impression. What else were you doing?
I don't know that I have any. I don't think that any will top my Sam from Big Brother 20.
That was amazing.
Okay, so while we're waiting on Kim,
yes.
Sam from Big Brother 20, can you tell us who you think is going to win Big Brother 21?
Listen, I love anybody with a country hat, so I'm gonna vote for my favorite Cliffy. And of course, I love JC because he's a little bitch, so I'm gonna vote for Tommy as well. So I would say that those are my top 2.
Can you imagine a final 2 of Cliff and Tommy?
I
would love that.
Yeah,
I can see that happening.
I could see that happening too, actually.
Wow.
Tommy has such an amazing social game. Amazing.
Yeah. Maybe he's the Tyler that will actually do what it takes to win this game. Zing.
Yeah. So when does Zingbot coming in? I
Yes.
need Zingbot.
They don't come in until like final 9 or 8.
They're probably waiting for Jackson to get kicked out because Jackson will probably drop kick mudhole the hell out of Zingbot. We'll finally get to see finally get to see who's under it.
Yeah.
Is Kim coming on?
Kim, are you coming?
Kim, are you coming?
Tyler's got to wash his hair and shave because he looks like a caveman.
I do. I feel so gross.
Why?
I feel like Jack right now.
I wanted to make that comment, but I didn't.
You should have. That's exactly
here
how I
she
feel
is.
right now.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Kim.
Yeah.
Oh, here she is. Hi, Kim.
Before you start, should I mute Tyler?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
Tyler, You're in timeout for 2 minutes.
You got 2 minutes.
All right, here we go.
2 minutes, Tyler. Okay. I don't know what the fuck show you're watching, but the one I'm watching was blowing up today. We finally had like 30 minutes of decent feeds today that we have not had all season long. Yes. The only thing that I think I agreed with you on was Jessica. And again, don't know why Allison didn't get cast. I didn't get cast. Well, I didn't submit. Deb didn't get cast. Nobody got cast. And this freaking Rock got cast. And that's all he is. But, okay, so what was it that I desperately, when I typed that in there, you were talking about, who was he talking about, Allison?
I think I couldn't tell you because I go in and out when he speaks. So I lose consciousness. So I'm not saying that because he's on mute right now. What was he talking about? I think we were talking about our picks and stuff, and we were talking about
before that.
Annalise and Kat. I noticed you in there going off when he was talking about Kat.
Okay. So I know you love Kat. You call her Katherine. Isn't that sweet? But bottom line is she is riding on Holly's coattails. Who the fuck volunteers to be a pawn? I don't care how safe you think you are. That was like probably this week's dumb move of the week. And it almost caught her. And if it hadn't been for that 1 hour, 2 hours between when the feeds went off and when the show went on, something happened in there that flipped it right back. And it wasn't Kat. It was not Kat. It was someone opening their fucking mouth when they shouldn't have. She's really, don't get me wrong. I think she's the best entertainment on the show right now. Okay. She is the best entertainment, but she is not playing this game. She's not.
That's what we're all in a disagreement about. Should we allow?
I actually agree with that. She's not really, no.
Okay, Tyler wants to speak.
He's dying over there. He's dying.
Y'all go at it. All right,
okay,
go ahead. I'm just
so I will totally agree with you, Kim, that like Katherine is falling into a lot of these things that are happening to her and around her. It is definitely not by strategic mastermind by any means. I will say that, but I do think that she does have some winner's equity. Let's look at Big Brother 19 as a fantastic example of the winner.
Let's not look at Big Brother 19 for anything as a good example.
No, but let's look at that as an example of the winner who fell into a lot of things that happened to him. Josh was not like the mastermind. He was not driving anything. He was banging pots and pans, for God's sake. And not in like a cool, innovative way. That was Evil Dick's doing. But the point that I'm making is, if she's sitting next to the right person, she could take this home. And the more that Jackson is becoming this really unbearable SOB, the more that she's on the rise, because she is the opposition to Jack. And I know that she's riding Holly's coattails. Yes. But there could be a time where Holly and Jackson are put up on the block. One of them goes, and then that is good news for Katherine.
Katherine is not on the rise. That's what it was that you were talking about, that I was going, oh my God, what is he watching? Okay. She came up as a huge target name after the fact. Mm-hmm. They know that she is in with Holly and Jackson. They know about the pre-existing relationship, even though nobody knows about Tommy and Christy. Although this is like the dumbest cast ever. Hello.
How do you not know at this point?
It's like Staten Island is not that big. I mean, it is, but it's really not. It's a small community, and they all know each other. Yeah. All of them.
How? No.
It's like, okay, and who was it? Christy brought up, said something the other night about, oh, I hope my daddy's proud of the pageant dollars that he invested. And I'm thinking, Okay, are you telling me maybe Christy and Gina Marie might know each other too?
Oh, God.
We already know that Tommy.
I think that's been confirmed, actually.
Well, we know that Tommy
really?
and Gina Marie have been
Yeah.
confirmed.
Okay, that might be what I'm thinking of. But the point I'm trying to make is I totally agree with you, Kim, that she is not the mastermind of the season. I just like her as a character in this game. I think that she's a really funny, entertaining, and to me, like a little more rootable than the other people that are in the house right now. And I don't know. I guess we'll see. We have to see who's right and who's wrong. If you are correct, Kim, I will gladly come on this show and say I was wrong. But I see a path for Katherine.
What path do you see? Because I don't see one. What I see is that the Jack, Christy, Tommy side of it see her as one of 3 pre-existing relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I see them sharing that information with everybody.
Yeah.
I don't see Kat's already blah, 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 blah about Nicole. Just God knows what. Cliff and Kat, yeah, I can see that. But I don't think they're going to be able to bring Cliff in with Jackson and Holly and Kat. That's the problem. I think Cliff is on the side of Jack and Christy.
So my question to you is, who out of everybody is their number one target as Katherine in this game?
Who has her as their number one?
Yeah, their number one target.
I think that Christy potentially could, because
especially after tonight, you think that Christy goes after Katherine before she goes after Jackson or Holly?
No, yes, because I think that she's going to push off the Jackson nomination to Jack. In fact, I don't think she's going to go after anybody. I think she's going to throw this HOH.
I could see Jack manipulating Christy into her getting that blood on her hands instead of Jack.
And the other thing that you said was that Jack has a photographic memory and Christy has a photographic memory.
I don't actually mean
That's
like
true.
an actual photographic memory.
No. They said, Christy was like, oh yeah, I've got a photographic memory.
Everybody says that.
It's like, oh, there's 153 whatever's on the wall. And it's like, there's a difference between a photographic memory where you can look at something, scan it, and know it.
Yeah.
And memorizing for 40 days what's on the wall.
Yeah, totally agree.
Memorization is not a photographic memory.
Yeah,
And
I mean that like people like misuse that term all the time, just like they say they're having a panic attack or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they really like misdiagnose themselves. But Christy and Tommy are definitely doing their homework. Is the point we're trying to make? So, but you're right. Like she does not have a photographic memory.
No. Not in the least. Maybe she's manifesting her photographic memory. I don't know.
So long story short, I just think that Katherine is not number one on the hit list for anybody, really. And say that she gets herself in a sticky situation, she wins another veto, you know, and especially with this third nomination thing happening, I just don't see her being the casualty of that. I don't see her being the casualty of Christy using her power. I think that could be used to get out somebody bigger like Jackson or Holly. I really don't see her going anytime soon.
I think she definitely learned her lesson to not volunteer as a pawn.
You would think so, but
You would think so.
you know what? And I mean, she is a member of Men's Sub, so
Well, so is Raven.
there's something to put on your
Oh
list.
God, no, she's not.
Somebody in our chat is saying that Jessica won HOH.
Are you full of shit? No. Is that, can someone
serious?
please verify that?
Please
Because I didn't
verify.
mean to manifest that into reality.
No.
I don't think that that's true. I don't.
All right, go to
him.
Hamster Watch. Go to Hamster Watch.
I would love it if it did. But,
I
my
think it's
God.
going to be hilarious.
One
It's going to be
HOH,
hilarious.
I would die right here. No,
I'd be,
No.
the rest of them would die.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's still going on. So somebody is trolling us. But
Good one, though. Good one. Because I'm just going to cold sweat right now.
I know. If you want the truth, just go to Hamster Watch.
True. I'm just turning on the live feeds real quick to see. So Kim, who do you think is winning the season while we have you? If you had to call it right now.
If I had to call it right now, I think that I don't want him to. I loved him at the beginning, but I don't like him right now as Tommy.
Yeah.
I think Tommy's got a great shot at winning it.
I agree.
I also think Cliff has a better path than Kat to get to the end.
True.
I agree with that. I do.
Wait a minute, are you sure?
I am.
You typed that you're not talking about what Kim just said.
No, my comment was about Jessica winning.
I know. I'm just stirring.
She's trying to stir shit up. No, I think that Cliff does have more winner's equity than Katherine. I will give you that. But I think that she's above Jackson at this point. I do.
Wait, you think Kat's above Jackson?
In terms of winner's equity, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would put Kat above Jackson, but I put Kat below Holly. I would put her below Christy. I would put her below Tommy. I would put her above Jack. No, although they're loving Jack now this week. Jack got us talking to, and he's like being semi-human.
Fake. Being completely
Being
fake.
He's
Pretending that he likes women and he's respectful to women. Just saying you're respectful to women does not make you respectful to women.
Right.
And Jackson's making him look good too. I was just actually thinking this very thing today. I was like, man, Jack is not getting on my nerves as he normally has been. And I don't know if that's because, they talk to him, or because Jackson is just that far out of his mind that he can't come back. I mean, he's spiraling. I don't even know what to say.
Jackson's a fucking mess. Yeah. He's such a mess.
Kim, I'm going to just quickly go through in terms of order who I think has like the most to least winner's equity. I want to hear what you disagree with the most out of this list. Okay, so I think we have Tommy, Christy, Jack, Holly, Katherine, Annalise, Nick, Nicole, Cliff, and Jessica.
Okay, just the fact that you got Annalise up there.
Before Nick.
One true goat.
I see Annalise getting to the end. I don't see Nick. I don't see any path for Nick to get to the end.
No, I don't see Nick getting to the end, but I don't think you can only have one true goat. And I think Jessica is a truer goat than Annalise, because Annalise wants to say, here, hold my earrings every other day, even though she's not involved in anything.
Yeah, I guess I'm talking about like winner, not like getting to the final two.
No, I don't
for my
see
list. That's why I have her last.
Let me tell you something about Annalise, Sissy, whatever, real quick. She's the kind of girl that starts a fight on purpose and depends on people to hold her back and separate her from the other person so she don't have to fight, because she doesn't know how to fight. If I'm gonna fight you, I'm not gonna ask anybody to hold my earrings or to hold me back, nothing. Allison's gonna charge you like a bull. Okay, you're a red whatever, and I'm gonna charge you. You're not even gonna know it's coming. And I'm little, and I aim low, so just watch out. I'm like a linebacker. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, nobody.
An angry little squirrel.
I'm like a rabies-ridden squirrel rabbit. It's going to happen, and I'm not going to warn you. You don't sit there and tell someone, you need to hold me back. Here, I've already got my hands behind my back. Go ahead, take my earrings out. I'm going to jump this bitch. No, that she depends on people to do the work for her so she doesn't have to. That bitch can't fight.
Now, see, but I think Nick should be higher up, because I think Nick is smart. Okay. I'm not saying he's a smart game player, but he's a smart person. I think Nick has a motivation that most of them do not have. Most of them have no motivation to win. They just don't. So I think that they can put Nick up, and I think I can see Nick winning some POVs to stay solid for a while. Do I think he'll get to the end and win? No, but if he gets to the end, do I think he could win? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I agree though. Like if he gets
sword.
to the end, like people will respect the hell out of his scrap that he's had, but he's had to have the scrap because of the terrible position that he put himself in for aligning with Isabella and just totally ruining his spot in that alliance of 8. Like that can't be understated enough.
But-
that was his choice to get himself in that position.
It's
I don't
amazing
think
how the games
in a
change
line.
after the showmance is gone. Like Holly's game, I think will improve once Jackson's gone. I'm sorry, Deborah.
Right.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. And
But
I
once
do
this-
not. You've got Jack, Christy, and Tommy as 3, 2, 1. Do you honestly think, especially after today's events, that anyone is going to allow the 3 of them to advance any further than maybe
Nick-
this week?
Nick's stock just went up today exponentially. Like
It did for today, but let's bring it back to Big Brother 6. There were 2 very clear sides of the house that kept taking shots at one another. At 1 week, they decided, like, you know what, let's come together. James is this like comp beast, like huge threat to either side to win, and he is floating between the 2 sides of the house. Let's just take him out this time. And I could see that happening with Nick. I think that his target is way too high. His position is just way what a.
See, and I
Who's-
see
who's
that
his closest
happening more
ally?
with Tommy than with Nick.
I think Tommy is more a player like Tyler or Paul, like a very like under the radar where, right? No, I agree. Like I hate both of those players, but I think Tommy is that play style where Nick I feel like is more like James and Big Brother 6 kind of style.
no, I don't agree with that.
Wait, who did you say is like James?
Nick, I think that will be his destiny in this house. I think that will be his like.
James
where he
had
ends
no
up.
strategy whatsoever.
I think
I don't think
more
so.
like
James was very
Howie.
smart with playing both sides.
See, and I think Nick is more like Howie. He's aware that he's there, and he's aware of what the game is and what he needs to do. He just doesn't execute.
Agree.
Sorry, go ahead. Unless you guys were done. I just wanted to read a comment
Okay.
in the chat. So Carlitos in the chat said Nick needs to team up with Cliff now. I totally agree with this. I think that Nick needs to be the one to bring together Cliff, Nicole, Jessica as a number. Maybe Katherine if she stops licking Holly's balls, metaphorically. But
Crab infested ball.
yeah, right, exactly. But yeah,
Speaking
Nick,
of
What?
crab infested,
oh boy.
Holly earlier today, Holly came to Jessica, who was in the bathroom, with a baggie, and it had a bug in it. And she
Oh.
said she found it in her bed, and it's the same place that Jessica found a bug in the same bed last night. And apparently, they said that they brought it to the DR and they checked it out. And they said it's one of those bugs that you find in dry goods, like cereals and pastas and stuff like that.
What?
Now, you
Where are
tell me,
shopping?
how is a boll weevil? You tell me how a boll weevil is getting up in the bed.
In California.
Falling off of
In
Holly's
California.
crotch.
How
Okay.
is a boll weevil getting up in the bed?
Maybe from all the food Jackson's eating everywhere.
Yeah.
I want to know where they're doing their shopping because I'm not buying cereal with bugs in it.
Yeah, I've never heard that happening to me before either. Or maybe I've just
but
eaten.
ending up
Maybe
all
we've just
around-
eaten it and we haven't known it.
Yeah. Check your
Okay.
cereal.
But here's the thing, Jessica with that bug in her hand, and I'm thinking, good Lord, girl. But then what does everybody do? Come up to the HOH room and flop down on the bed. No, 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 no. Would you do that?
No, set that bed on fire.
Oh my God.
Oh
They
God.
need to-
Well, on that note,
yeah, I was gonna say we'll see who wins HOH. It's a very important one, regardless. So I think that this HOH is really going to kind of steer the trajectory for a lot of what is going to come up in these next few weeks. So as always, Kim, good to talk with you, and I can't wait to see you be proven wrong.
Oh, here we go. Now, Tyler is going to be gone he won't be back with us till August 15th.
Yes, you're going to Taiwan for a destination.
Yeah. I'm getting all my ducks in a row for that. I'm like so like nervous, but like a good excited nervous. So
we're going to probably need you, Kim. You know,
I'll be around. I'll be around for the most part next week. So you just yodel. I'll come and join y'all.
Tyler, since you're going to be gone, how can people find you in the meantime?
Okay, but
Kim's like, get him out of here now.
I'm going to leave you so you can do your sign off, but I don't know how to leave this.
Oh, I'll remove you.
Oh, here I go. Leave studio. There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
So you can find me at Twitter at TLyons, TLYONZZ. And the reason I'm going to Taiwan is I'm shooting a destination wedding. So if you need a wedding photographer, regardless of where you are in the world, go to scratchstudios.co and we'll get the ball rolling there. Where can we find you guys?
Deb, go ahead.
Right here.
Down there at the bottom, you can find her at My Next Life Debbie on Twitter and on TV Co as Deborah G.
And hey, guys, if you want to win money every week, $200 for the Big Brother bracket, get in on that every week. They're giving away money. So participate in that on TV Co. Just saying.
And you can follow me. I don't have enough room. I'm just the boss bitch. You can follow. I'm boss bitch. That's me. You can find me on Twitter at Summers, SOMMERS 1977. On Instagram at the.memphis.darling. Follow my cat. Oh, I'm not getting a reaction from Tyler. Usually I get a.
Sorry, I was telling everybody thank you in the chat.
Okay. Ass kisser. Anyway, so follow Finley. Yeah, I saw that. Do you want to? Oh, you have no idea. I love being in control of this. Follow Finley on Instagram at Finley's Insti, and that's FINLEYS_INSTI. I might have a video posted this weekend. I am house sitting. No, I am not house sitting. I am dog sitting at my house with this crazy cat. Dog sitting a little 3-month-old teacup terrier named Gizmo for my mother-in-law.
Oh, that's my kitty's name. Gizmo.
And yeah, Gizmo. And I'm going to pick Gizmo up after work. And he is spending the night with me tomorrow night and Saturday. And then Saturday, when Captain Obvious gets back in town, it'll be the three of us Saturday night because Mama doesn't get back till Sunday. So
don't put Gizmo in water. Don't feed him after
night because God knows I already have one gremlin running around here.
We had a dog named Gizmo growing up, and he was a terrible dog. And one time I came home from school and he wasn't there anymore. And I asked my dad, "Where's Gizmo?" And Dad said he took Gizmo to the farm. I still to this day don't know what taking them to the farm means, but I don't want to know.
This is Gizmo with his baby with Captain Obvious right now at his house. Look at that.
That's cute.
Let me tell you, it's Life Challenges Allison dog sets. What's that mean? You're excited. That's what that means.
I am. I can't wait to watch it.
Pushing down that excitement with them.
Hopefully he's good and doesn't go to the farm. That's all.
He's not going to go. Well, Finley might go to the farm, though, if he touches that puppy. I'm going to say that much. I've got my computer room set up with his litter box and his food and water in his bed. So I'll have Finley locked up in here.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back Tuesday at 7, 6 Central, I think. I don't know. We'll be back Tuesday with our live feeds update and all that crap. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. We really appreciate your support. There's so many fun things on the horizon for My Weekly Meltdown. You have no idea. We're branching out and doing more things, and we will not, we never forget those who have been there with us from the beginning. What?
I was just thinking our hashtag for tonight should be RIP Gizmo.
R.I.P. Gizmo?
Oh
that what
God,
you're
no, my baby Gizmo. What happened to Gizmo? No, hashtag what happened to Gizmo.
Enjoying the farm just fine.
Gizmo
Love
buys
that.
the farm.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right. Oh, well, I was going to write R. Oh, it won't let me. Hold on. Edit. Hold on. We're going to have a hashtag for once, and we're going to have it show just because I'm paying money for this. Here we go. Because Allison's dog sitting in my house. See, that's the fun thing about a little dog like this is I can bring him to my house and let him run amok in my backyard, and I'll be like a dog person for and I'm so excited, it's like having a baby over. I can spoil him, take him to Petco. You put him in the buggy at PetSmart and push him around like he's my dog.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, guys.
All right, that's the call. We got to go.
All right. Good night, everyone. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Allison. Oh,
Yeah.
he just dropped, man. He